Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Facebook, can you hear me? If you can hear me, say hi. You are welcome. You're all welcome to the class. You're all welcome. On Facebook, you are welcome also. We're trying to let more people join so that we can kickstart. So you're all welcome. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. You're all welcome to this class. You're all welcome. It promises to be very interesting. It's an hour class. You're welcome. You're welcome. If you can hear me, let me know. You're welcome to the class. If you can hear me, let me know. So, we are going to be talking about R. R is a data science language. It's a tool most data scientists use. It's not new, but is gaining. It's a language that has been gaining momentum as data scientists. A lot of data scientists are now getting to use R as one of their tools for data analysis. All right. So in today's class, we're going to talk about the basics. We start with the basics before we move on. We start with what R does, try to know what R is and why do we need to know R? Who are those people that use R? Right. So if you can hear me, let me know. Just say hello. All right. So in today's class, we're just going to start with the introduction. Start again from the introduction. You know, R is an open source statistical tool. You know, it's a statistical tool that it used to be used by statisticians majorly, but it has a lot of things that can benefit a data scientist also. So just know that I'll stand in the line with SPSS, with SAS. They fall in the same category. Just as you know SAS, as you know SPSS, what they can do is the same thing that R does. R is a statistical tool, as you know. So that is what R is. And why do we think about R? Why do we use R? Because if you know the reason why we use it, then you will know when to use it as a data scientist. Firstly, R is very good with data. Any size of data, whether you are working with small or big, it works with any capacity of data you can think of. Whether your data has 2 million rows, 4 million rows, 1 million rows of content of data, R is very good to work with it. Another good thing with R is R can work with any form of structure your data is. What I mean by that is, if your data is in text, if your data is in CSV, or your data is SAS, R can definitely work with it conveniently. Another thing with R is the visualization is very, very powerful. You know, because it's a programming language, you decide how your visualization will look. You will decide how your visualization will be presented. You know, you determine it. And one of the good things about R, the fourth point I wrote here is that R is free. Free, you can just get R, you can download R on your PC and you start using it. There's no, and as free as it is, it also means it's open source. That means a lot of people are collaborating. Any software that is open source, it means people are collaborating to edit. Different programmers, developers are collaborating to make it better and better and better day by day. It's not closed like Microsoft that you have to pay for license, pay for usage. R is generally free. Anybody can download, anybody can edit, anybody can modify it. you know then a lot of corporations use R. Some of the corporations that use R are Facebook, Google, Mozilla, and the list goes on. All right. So for you to get to use R, you need to have R installed on your PC. For you to start to use R, you need to first install it. And for you to install it, you need to go to this website, which is crank dash, that is where you'll be able to download R. Once you download R, you will have the R on your system. But there's something called GUI, which is a graphical user interface. This graphical user interface makes R easier to use. So after you have installed R on your PC, it's advisable for you to install what we call the GUI, which is the R Studio. I'm going to show you R and R Studio, the difference between the two. All right. So having said all that, let's go into the practical. Let me put on my R. I'm going to put on R. Okay, okay, let me just put on the R Studio. So this is my R Studio. It's coming up. To be up now. All right. So when you have installed R and R Studio, I'm going to send you the material where to download R from and R Studio. So when you have installed both, this is the interface you would get. This is the interface you would get. And you can notice from here that there are four panels here. There is this one. This one is called the editor. This is the first one I'm putting my mouse is called the editor. This is called the console. So what you do here is you write your codes here. When you write your codes here, you run them. And when you run it, you see the output here on the console. You see where my cursor is? That is the console. That is where you see your output. All right. This one here is called the environment. The environment is where you have your data stored. So let's say I run this code now. We will still get into the code later. I just want to show you what the function of the environment is. You can see the run button here. You run it. Good. As you run it, if you look at the console down here where my mouse is, you will see it's showing num is equal to 2.1. That's the variable num is equal to 2.1. And if I run the second line 2, it's telling me give me the value of num. It's giving me the value of num to be 2.1. Come to the environment here. At the environment, you can see that all the num1, which is the variable that store the value here, you see. So what the environment does is every variable you declare, every variable you use in R, it stores them here for you. Then here, The last panel here, we have several tabs: file, plot, packages, help, and viewer. All of them have various uses. In the file, it helps you to access your system. You can access your system and bring up a new file, upload a new file into R. Then plots. This is what handles your graph. When you plot a graph in R, this is where it is being displayed in the plot menu. Then the package. R has several packages. Packages are like libraries. You understand? Libraries contains codes and functions you can use in your program. So if you need to do one or two things, you can install the package. Or yes, when you install the package, that package will be available in R and you'll be able to use it. You understand? You'll be able to use it in your R. We'll get to packages later. So these ones that are ticked means I've installed this graphic package. I've installed this GR drive package. I've installed this package called method. There are so many packages here. Then the help, if you want to read more about R, you can get to read them here. So that's the menu for R. These are the menus that make up the R interface. We have the editor where you write your code. When you run your codes are run here. And when this one stores the data, all the data you use in your code is being stored here. Then this one has so many tabs, and all the tabs do different things. Do you understand? I've also explained them in this manual here, that there are several tabs: the editor, the console, the workspace, and this one. So we are moving on to the next topic, which is data types. Because I said R is a statistical tool, it means that when it comes to storing information in R, you need to store them in what we call data types. Every programming language you can think of have something we call data type. What do I mean by that? What I mean is this. Let's say I tell you, find me the average of all these cars. You know, you can't really do that, because if I say find me the average of Toyota, find me the sum, let me not use average, sum of Toyota, Camry, Benz, and Honda. That is going to be very difficult for you to find the total, right? That is because they are what we call alphabets. So because they are alphabets, you cannot find the sum of all those things I've mentioned. What you can do in those things are totally different. But if they are numbers, you can find the sum of those four things. All right, so in every programming language, we have what we call data types. So data type can be of 4 categories. So data type could be string, could be numbers, could be integers, and could be logical. We are going to explain what they are in a moment. So the common ones, I said integer numbers. Numbers are the first kind of data type. So they can take any kind of number, whether 1, 2, 2.0, 1.6, minus 3, minus 4, minus 4.1, minus 6.4. Those are the data types we call numeric. Do you get the point? Then the ones we call integers, they only store discrete numbers, only numbers. That means they store numbers without decimal points. So we can say 5, 100, 50, 42, 21, 61, 33. You can see those are whole numbers. Whole numbers are stored as integers. That's the example I can give here. So anything you can think of without decimal, it can be negative value, but it must not have a decimal number. Then we have logical. What are logical values? those are values that the output is either true or false. For example, if I say x is equals to 1, y is equals to 2, then x is greater than y, it is true. You understand? It is true. That is, it's going to give you true as value, as the output. Then character refers to text, e.g. any kind of text. Any kind of text are called characters. Or yes, they are called characters. That's the third data type. Then the fourth data type is factor. This refers to data in categories, e.g. city or gender. Gender can either be male or female. And sometimes you can define your factor. So gender can either be male or female. So do we get the point now? All right. So let's go into R and start seeing how to use the various data types in R. So I'm going to power on R now. This is R. So let's say a variable is anything that stores value. So I have a variable I want to store, and the value, let's say my variable is K. So for you to store a value in a variable in R, this is how you write. You write this sign and you put this dot there. Then that means you are saying K equals to, I cannot give it a value, 1483. That means I have assigned the value 9899 to K. That is my first line of code. If I want to see the output of K, I'll just type K here. So if I want to run my code, I highlight it and I click run. Now it has run it. You can see K is equal to the. I want to see the output of K. I highlight it and I click run. See, it gives me the output of K here as 9899. That is an integer there. So how do I know it's an integer? For you to know that it's an integer, there's a class you call, and it will tell you the data type your data type, the data type it is. All right. So if I want to store another value now, for the other one I talked about was numeric. We're going to use a numeric now. Numeric carry decimal point. So if I come here and type, if I take K to be equals to 3.493, it will overwrite the previous value that was here. You understand? And if I take, give me the value of K again, and I run my code, I run this one, you can see that K has changed here to 3.987, different from the previous value. So that is a numeric data type we just explained now. So the next data type I just want to show us is the string. I can call it string, you can call it character, they all mean the same thing. So if you are using a string, you need to put it in quotes. You understand? For instance, if I say y equals to, I put a quote, market. And I say, give me the value of y. I run my code. You can see y is equal to market. It gives me the value of y. And if you look at my right-hand side, every time I run a variable, it gives me the value here. You can see the value is here. The value is here. So that is that about data types. Do we have any question? Is it clear?
Kind of.
Okay. Have you installed it on your system?
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people did not turn up today. So I don't want us to go too far. I think you are the only one here. So I want us to stop here for today. I will upload the video into the platform. Then on Wednesday, on Friday, we will meet again.
Okay.
We'll go on to data structures. We'll talk about data types. Okay, let me show
Yeah.
you one example before I go. The one for
Okay.
logical. I've not shown you logical. The true or false.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let's say I say B equals to 9. C equals to 23. B is greater than C. Let me run it. What do you expect this to give me? B is
True.
less than C. You see, can you see that it's showing true here?
Yeah.
But if I say B is greater than C, and I run the
False.
program, can you see what it's showing me here? False.
Yeah. False.
So that's how the logical one works. You get the idea?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to practice what we've done today, and we will take it up from there on Friday.
Okay. So,
Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
thank you. Bye.